Hi, it's Alex. So I was just speaking to one of my students in the Daily Business Hustle Mastermind, and he was telling me of how he will now take a break to spend time with his family for Christmas. And I said, "Oh, that's awesome. Time with your family for Christmas." So here's what I told him. I told him absolutely don't spend time with your family for Christmas for longer than 3 days and focus on your business almost exclusively. And if you don't, you will fail in business. Now, does this seem like unreasonable advice? Most of you will say yes. And I get it. I understand why it sounds unreasonable. But here's the deal. He just started his business. In the first month of business, he was traveling in Australia. Then he was traveling some more, like moving, packing, doing that kind of stuff. And now he's moving back to his family. But now he's going to take 2, 3, 4 weeks off, or whatever the amount of time is, hopefully less than 4 weeks, to spend time with his family. And then eventually next year, he's going to start his business again. So why is this almost guaranteed failure in business? By the way, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. I have to put it out there for the benefit of everyone. So the first thing is it sets a bad precedent in your business, because how you start your business and how you do things early on is usually how it will continue to go. It is very, very likely. I see this over and over. Guys and girls who start off and they behave in a certain way, they usually maintain that behavior unless they learn how to be coachable. So if you start by taking holidays and time off and some stuff for whatever, then that is likely to keep continuing as a recurring theme in your business. Similarly to your life, actually. But, I'm not a psychotherapist, so I'm not going to be talking about that too much. So another thing that a lot of guys do when they start off is they're like, oh, I made my first $4,000. And then they go to some country with very bad internet, diarrhea, and bugs, and no electricity some of the days, and sometimes even worse. I've seen guys end up in the hospital for 3 weeks because they went to the wrong place at the wrong time. And then older clients are like, where is this guy? I paid him to do something. And the guy's in the hospital somewhere. Now, I'm not laughing because, I like that he's in the hospital, obviously. But it's really messed up that this is the mindset that guys bring to the table when they're doing business. Business, especially early on, is not made for people who want to travel and lie on a beach with a laptop. That's a dream sold by marketers. It's completely unsustainable, absolutely mind-bogglingly boring after a few weeks. And honestly, if you want to start a business just for that, you're going to be disappointed pretty fast. Business is really, really hard. And some periods, you just lose all your clients and you have to rebuild from scratch. And that's the way it is. But if you learn business properly for the right reason, none of this really affects you too much because you build it with a solid foundation. So the solution is, if you want to travel and if you want to spend time with your family, first build your business. Spend the 3 days for Christmas with the family. Like, I'm not the Grinch here. I'm not saying don't spend time with friends and family and in gym and stuff like that. I'm just saying you need to work your 8 to 10 hours a day until you've earned the right to get time off, okay? Just because you're your own boss doesn't mean you just get time off all the time. And if you do early in your business, you're going to lose momentum, you're going to lose your clients, you're going to get chargebacks, refunds, and everyone's basically going to hate you a lot. You need to build what's called a real business, or I call it that at least. A business that is based on the right foundation for the right motivation, and then scale from there. And then you can do it. Sometimes you go to a nice place, somewhere with nice internet and nice sunshine, like Barcelona or LA, or maybe even South America in some cases. And then you can do stuff like that, right? So, but early on, you need to establish a solid foundation, a good client base, good delivery, and so on. And it sounds really boring, but trust me, being employed is a lot more boring than figuring out this stuff. Once you have it figured out, you have a lot more freedom and you can spend time traveling every 3 months. So it becomes less boring, and there's a lot of reward associated with this. And owning a business has a lot of reward. So trust me, it's definitely worth it. So don't take this as discouragement for building a business, but take it as encouragement for building a business properly with the right foundation. So thanks, and see you in the next video.